like that. Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Yeah. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Yeah. Go yo, then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello, that's the jag calling. Let me click over real quick to let my jag talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man, that's the way my neck talking. Right, I ain't never coming back the way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad, but I'm past that. With an ass back, that's cash. When the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit, I'm glad. When the check missed the direct hit, I'm sad. Like who's that knocking at my window? My window. They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you fuck like a limbo. She said she not a, she an. Ay. Why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Yeah. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Yeah. Go yo, then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back.
Rick Rock. TikTok. West Hip Hop.
Okay, Coach, thank you. On a cold night at the foot of the Rockies, EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to...
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did. Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch cause you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause I on the wrist. Why bet you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When it's not savers, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist, watch out for this.
Okay, Coach, thank you. On a cold night at the foot of the Rockies, EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, Colorado. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the Denver Broncos. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
Ready. Touch the outlaw. This is 15. Check my 15. Not today, you are.
They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one good for 37 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now Michel. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, Michel. Well, the ball is out. Michel lost it, and the Raiders pick it up. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard, and they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Coverage there by the former first-round pick, William Jackson.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. From the gun, Daniels. Catch made by Slayton. And he'll be brought down shy of the 1st down marker at the 11. Well, they do get 5 there, but it's not enough. And it'll be 4th down. The kick by Carlson is good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Second and 9 now. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
He's checking. He's two-draw quarter. Check 31. Check 31.
Looking to throw. Powell. He's going to fire one deep over the... And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 34. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Back. Check 43.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Let's get it. Here we go. 60 yards. Kill. Pilot, 64, weak. Kill. Turn up. Check 37. Joker.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Here we go. 50, plant. Run you over. I'm going to run you over. Go.
To throw on 3rd down. Powell. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And they stop him short of the 1st as he can only get to the 20. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here.
Check safety. Christian, Bravo.
They'll run for it with Pollard. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Hey, Haywood. 57's the mic. 57's the mic. It's a party now. 57's the mic. Mike 57. Ready?
Back to throw. Powell. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders! From 17 yards out, and the Raiders have taken the lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag. But you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10 at the 9-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. This drive starts out on the ground with Michel. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Well, he can be a load to handle off the edge, and he can do it against the pass. Sure, he can do it against the run like he did there.
And you mentioned a load. How about having to adjust to his speed as well? Because not only does he bring some pop, he brings some dash as well. A nice play in that situation.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Going right side here, and that's complete. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard. 2nd and 1. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And he finds a man with a crossing route. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off play action. Daniels. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done. Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. On the ground, Michel. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Looking to throw. Daniels. Throwing right, and that's complete.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a 1st down pickup.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Off the play fake. Daniels. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, it's some nice running right there. That's what got them the 1st down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
On 1st down, Daniels flushed out right. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Jadeveon Clowney in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Back to throw. Daniels. Well, it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Really nice gain on the completion. However, still 3rd and goal that they face now. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And they will run it with Michel. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. On 4th down, Daniels feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Raiders hang tough down near the goal line.
Here we go, set. 18, Gator. General West. Wide, get wide. Shoot.
Off play action. Howell. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Off the play fake, Daniels. That's out to his running back, Michel. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. They'll run it. This is Michel. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
50, Mike 50. Mike 50. Yeah. Hold this. Go. Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
Operating from the gun, Daniels. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Topper! Snap!
To throw again, Howell. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
On 3rd down, Howell. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. I don't know, he had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
50's the mark. 50's the mark. I got you.
Looking to throw. Daniels looking deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, but they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Back to throw. Daniels being chased out left. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. There he goes, right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And the Mile High Air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. That's taken at around the 40. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Mike 7. Let's go, D. Mike 7.
Off play action. Powell. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. And the kick by Rosas is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Come on, man. Let's go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Throwing on first down, Howell. And he's got his man on the out route. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes us 2nd and 9.
Charlie. 4 down, check, 4 down. Get it.
Looking to throw. Howell. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Damon Harrison bringing in 341 pounds of power for the sack.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
7 to Mike. Mike 7. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Mike 7. Mike 7. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Go. 7. Mike 7. Hey, let's get this. Go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. We're holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half. Those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. The 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter if it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. Off the play fake. Daniels. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Easy work.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Daniels. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10.
Set, ready.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. On first down, Pollard. Whoosh. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Watch the slant, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Tight dog. Protein spill. Shoot.
First down, and it's Pollard again. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Tighten up.
Second and 13. And he will find his man on the outside. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. It's picked up by the Broncos. The 40. Past the 20. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And this is back to a 5-point game. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number one because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a one-score game.
Denzel Perryman there to bring him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Recon, 132 fighter.
2nd and 6. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
They'll run on first down. Pollard. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
We got 4.
Looking to throw on second down. Howell. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Check. 7's a Mike.
Back to throw. Howell. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
They go play action here on first down. And he'll get that to Michel, complete. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Tighten up, tighten up.
Throwing again. Daniels. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney able to put an end to that play, and in so doing, puts an end to this third quarter. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Throwing on third and long. Daniels. He's going to air one out. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And it's fielded at the 34.
Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A good pickup there, a 22. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Looking to throw. Howell. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. Second down now. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Hey. 4 down.
To throw on second down. Howell. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That catch good for 8, but still, it's third and goal now. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. Back to throw. Howell. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. It's their quarterback. His second touchdown of the night. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
What is that? Check, 59. No gain on this defense, no gain. Watch it.
They begin with Michel on the ground, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give them a lot of confidence to help turn things around. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Daniels. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. To throw on 3rd down, Daniels. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets 1st downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those 1st downs, keep possession of the football.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Hey, exit.
2nd and 14. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get 1st downs and eat away at the clock.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Powell is going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL's record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
2 yards, good enough for a first. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
They'll run out of the gun with Michelle. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Daniels. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. From 3 yards out, and the Broncos have retaken the lead. Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the 4th quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it, the 4th quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he just did. Doesn't ensure anything, but he certainly gave his team a heck of a chance, didn't he?
So that effort gives him a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's back to throw, eluding the pressure right. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
On 4th down, Howell. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Broncos will take over on downs. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that third timeout would have really helped here.
Yeah, another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Back to throw. Daniels. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively jars it free. No first down.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
The first down play, to be frank, nothing short of awful, and now they have to deal with 2nd and very long. Dee Ford in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, Howell. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. The win for the Broncos seemingly assured. They go down to a knee. So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Denver, they get back to 500 now as the win moves them to 7-7. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they fall to 8-6 with the loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.